Hi, welcome back to another video. I'm going to do something a little bit different today. I'm going to start on a new mini project which I'm really excited about, and this is something that I've been wanting to do for a while, and it involves these. So these are my old ballet shoes. These are pointe shoes. I danced on and off as a kid and did ballet a fair bit. So these are the first and only pair of pointe shoes that I ever owned. I ended up going to university and moving away from home, and I never did ballet ever again. I've always thought that ballet shoes are just so beautiful to look at. They are not beautiful to wear. Oh my god, they are so painful, or they certainly were for me. I think that it would be really nice to upcycle these and decorate them and turn them into something beautiful that I can hang on my wall here in the studio. If this is the first time you are coming across me and my channel, then hi, my name is Meg. I am a costume designer and maker, and I specialise in creating fantasy fashion and historical inspired costumes, all from second-hand and repurposed materials. I like to find the magic in the mundane, and the purpose of this channel is to hopefully inspire you to do the same. I have to give a shout out to my amazing patrons who helped me decide what project to do this week. I had two different ideas, but I only had time to do one of them, and we settled on this one. So because these shoes are satin, my plan is to try a little bit of silk painting. The plan is to kind of do some silk painting onto the shoes and then maybe decorate them as well. We're currently in April going into May, and so all the wildflowers are starting to bloom and the bluebells are coming out. It is bluebell season, which is my favourite time of year, or one of my favourite times of the year. Bluebells are my absolute favourite flowers. I even have them tattooed on my back. I think that is what I'm going to go for with these shoes. I'm going to do like a nice bluebell design going up the shoe. So yeah, I think we should just jump right in. Let's go. Okay, so the plan is to basically find some images online of English bluebells. I think I'm going to do some pencil outlines on the shoes. I can go over it later with the silk painting pens. So I've basically done the outline of the designs on the shoes. I'm really excited to keep going, but I have to put this on pause. One reason is because I have to head out to work at my other job, and the other reason is because I realised I didn't actually have much of this stuff left, and so I've had to order more. This is called Gutter? I don't know. Basically it's like a paint pen for silk painting, and you can do outlines with it. It kind of bonds to the fabric and means that when you paint inside the lines, the silk paint isn't going to bleed out of the lines, if that makes sense. So yeah, I realised I don't really have enough, so I'm just ordering a brand new tube. So I will just see you in a few days. So it is now a new week and my Gutter paint pen has arrived. I have my pencil lines that I did last week, and now I'm just going to go over them with gold. Let's carry on with these slippers. Hi, okay, so it's been about a week, I think, since I was last working on those ballet slippers. I have been riddled with a cold, and so I haven't been talking much as I've been doing stuff, but yeah, we have got a couple of spare hours this afternoon in the studio, so I've painted them, and then the next stage is to kind of decorate them. Sorry if you can hear all the traffic outside, I've got the window open because it's quite a hot day. I don't have a plan really of how I'm going to decorate these shoes. I've gathered some bits and bobs from around the studio that I think might work well, and then I'm just going to kind of go for it. So this is where we're at so far. I think they're looking really cute actually. I'm liking the design, and part of me is like, do we keep it simple and just leave it there? But me being me, I'm a little bit of a maximalist. I'm thinking, let's just go for it. So I've got some bits and bobs. I've got loads of silk flowers. These are actually leftovers from a wedding dress commission. I've got some satin ribbon that I think matches the pink really well. And then I've got a whole bag of other second-hand ribbons that someone actually gave me, this bag full of ribbon. And this one in particular I think matches really well. So I'm gonna start there. And I honestly don't know how these are going to turn out, but yeah, we'll figure it out together. Yeah, I feel like we need some jewels on here or something, like a brooch or something, I don't know. So I might walk on to the antique shop and see if I can find anything. I was thinking gold to kind of pick up on the gold paint. I think they're really cute. They're not exactly how I envisioned them being, but then again I don't really know how I envisioned them being. Maybe with more like lace and things. I don't really have anything in the right colours, and as you know, I like to just kind of use what I already have in the studio because I have so much stuff I do not need anymore. She says she's about to go to the antique shop to buy brooches for these ballet shoes for absolutely no reason other than to hang them on my wall. But anyway, these actually do look really nice, but I actually think they'd look better here than up there. They're just not really big enough, and it clashes too much with this yellow. So now I'm like, do I leave them, or do I replace the yellow with these? I don't know. I don't know. think I've finished them. I absolutely love them. I love them. It all just came together like just literally in the last 20 minutes. So I'm not going to reveal these to you just yet. We're gonna maybe go on a little walk, maybe on a little bluebell walk or something. Hello again, so we are concluding this video here. Full disclaimer, this video did not quite go as according to plan. We saw that I was riddled with a horrible cold, and then actually just after that, just after I'd finished decorating these, I started coming down with a really bad tooth infection. Yeah, it's been pretty bad. It's only just started getting a little bit better now. So unfortunately it did mean that I ended up missing the bluebells when they were at their like absolute peak. Yeah, by the time I actually got around to like being well enough to go out on a walk properly and photograph these, we've kind of missed the best bluebells. So I just wasn't able to get out to the woodlands when it was like a carpet of bluebells, which is like my favourite kind of time of year. Unfortunately I missed that. It doesn't last very long. I just wasn't really well enough to do that. But yesterday we did manage to finally get out on a bit of a walk, and it was such a beautiful spring day, and I've been so unwell that I was like, I want somewhere with big open spaces where we can get the sunshine. So that's kind of what we aimed for, and luckily there were some bluebells as well, which was a little bonus. But yeah, it's not the like enchanting bluebell woods that I initially promised. Never mind. Anyway, I am really happy with how these turned out. You'll notice that there's some like little extra details as well that you might not have seen me add. So I added a lot of these little like crystal beads, which I found at a charity shop probably last year, and kept them because I loved the colour, and they're all iridescent, and I thought it matched like the little iridescent crystals in the earrings as well, and it just like adds a little bit of sparkle when they catch the light. I added some little hanging chains. This is just like a piece of an old necklace that I used, and then I repurposed a pair of old earrings that I had, which have these gorgeous little fairy wings on them. Overall, I'm really happy with them, and I'm excited to finally get back to the studio tomorrow. I've not been in a while just because I've just not been well enough, hence why I am recording this outro at home. But yeah, I'll be back in tomorrow and I can actually hang them on my wall, which is really exciting. Pigeons are having a fight. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry it didn't turn out quite as I had initially promised. A massive thank you again to my patrons, Jake, Simon, Charlotte, Melanie and Denise. I really appreciate you all. Thank you so much, and thank you for helping me to decide which project I should go for. If you would like to become a patron, there is some more information about that and how you can join and take a look in the description below. Let me know if you like this video. Please give it a like if you liked it. Feel free to subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss future videos, and if you're curious about what other projects I'm going to be getting up to. And you can also check out my other social media platforms as well, like Instagram, which is where I am probably the most active over there aside from here on YouTube. So yeah, definitely go check that out if you're interested. I will leave you there, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!